Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I didn't see this coming. Apparently, after the writers' strike, Paramount announced that they are continuing on with Star Trek 4. Now, Star Trek 4 has come up a bunch of times. It basically was announced when Beyond was released, just as marketing, like to try and make Beyond look, well, we're so confident in this new film, we're going to make another film, and then it didn't happen. They originally were going to have Kirk and Daddy Kirk basically teaming up for some really, 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 really bad idea of him being stuck in a transporter after the first ship was destroyed in the first film when he wasn't beaming. Oh, this is stupid. But they were going to do it anyway. Thank God it didn't happen. And then they were going to do something with Noah Wiley, where his name is some writer. But he wanted to create a new crew and a whole new little universe within the Kelvin timeline. And they said, no, we've already established the universe, thank you. We don't need a new one. We just want to work with the same sets and the same actors and all the stuff we've established because it's going to cost a whole lot more to start all over again, so no. So they got someone else that was going to direct it. They got a female director and they had another writer, and that fell apart. And it just isn't happening because, frankly, those films didn't make money. The JJ films didn't make money. What are you talking about? They made lots of money, yeah, but they cost so much money that negated the fact that it, made any money. So, and the last film, Beyond, actually lost money, which a lot of people don't realise, because it still made a decent amount of money, but it cost so much. So a ridiculous amount of money for nothing. All they did was blow up the ship, crash on a planet, and then run around that planet for 2 hours. That film did not need to cost 200 million or whatever it cost. It cost a fortune. Originally they were going to do it pretty much right away, and it just didn't happen. And it just kept, every few years they would come up and they'd say, oh, we're going to do the new film. And it was just them trying to keep it in the public and trying to dig up interest and get some fan momentum and some online momentum to get some investors interested. And it never happened. They never got the investors. After the people who were investing from China lost money on Beyond and they lost those contracts, they've just never had any interest in it. But now something interesting has happened, which I didn't know, and this is just something someone commented on and I didn't even realise because I hadn't thought about it. JJ recently got this big contract from Warner Brothers, and it was like $500 million or something to make content for them because apparently he's an auteur or something, and they think he's going to create something amazing. And he gave them nothing. He produced nothing in a year or two or whatever. And apparently that contract was cancelled during the writers' strike. But because of whatever connection, exclusiveness he had for them, he couldn't work with Paramount on Star Trek, which I didn't think about at the time. I'm like, well, of course he can't do that. He's with Warner Brothers. Because I sort of thought, well, that's pretty nasty. They paid him all his money to work over there, and now he's still working on Star Trek and stuff. Apparently he couldn't. So what's going to happen is Kurtzman is going to take it over with Secret Hideout instead of Bad Robot doing it. I can't see Kurtzman. JJ's got his own thing. Kurtzman doesn't have his own thing. He's like JJ Light, the copy of JJ, like the poor man's sort of JJ. And give him a couple $100 million for a movie doesn't necessarily mean he's going to make it a film like a JJ film. So I can't see it happening, and it's just, there's talk they won't be able to get all the actors back because of the money they want to make. I think the idea is to make a smaller film, Secret Hideout, for basically Paramount Plus, but still Paramount release it cinematically. I think maybe that's the idea, kind of like what they're probably going to try and do with, we're thinking of doing with Section 31, where they'd make it primarily for the streaming service, but they may also give it a small cinematic run, or if not, still make a film instead of a TV series with that. So I don't know if this is going to happen or if it's going to work. I can't see Secret Hideout. I can't see Alex Kurtzman doing a film on the level that JJ did, and I can't see a fourth film in this franchise making any money if it is on the same level or better than the other three films. So unless they just make it for Paramount Plus on a smaller budget, but how are they going to get the actors back? Or maybe they just spend all the money on the actors and then just actually write a script with a story, so they don't need all the big action and the big budget. I just don't know what's happening with this. But I don't really see it happening. I guess this is just Kurtzman doing the same thing that JJ would do, where he just announced the film was happening and try and drum up interest and try and get investors interested to actually fund it, because I'm guessing Paramount Plus doesn't want to unless they are doing it in that smaller sort of TV film format or whatever. So, I don't know, I was just really surprised by this. I really thought they'd given up on it, but they haven't. But is it just, people just trying to get it going, but there's actually no interest, it's not happening? Or is someone actually willing to put the money in and make it happen at Paramount? I don't know. But it's kind of interesting that it's come up, not that it's come up, but how it's come up, and some of the little things that I missed before, that JJ couldn't, work on it because of Warner Brothers, and that it would be secret hideout and so forth, and, so that sort of makes it a little bit different. So, yeah. What do you all think? I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.